Hello everybody, I'm Mo, and I have lost over 140 pounds in under 6 months by consuming the right ingredients and consistently kept the weight off for the past 6 years, and so have hundreds of our clients, so I know you can as well. Weight loss does not have to be as challenging as some of us make it out to be, and in today's video, I want to explain to you guys how you can actually use weight loss to keep your energy levels boosted, and you can avoid some of these afternoon crashes that many of us go through, which end up ruining our whole day. And the better question is, if you're tired of these afternoon crashes, I want to show you guys how using weight loss and burning ketones can actually keep your energy stable throughout the day compared to the crashes that you're currently feeling every day. Especially if you work and have a family, it can make it a little difficult. Now, let's start off by understanding, why do we get these energy dips? What is causing it? Is it fat? Is it protein? Is it carbohydrates? The answer is very simple. It all starts from carbohydrates and insulin resistance. If your body, let me re-say this, every time you consume, we're going to put the graph up, but every time you consume, if you consume carbs, fats, and proteins, there is a different amount of insulin response. All foods have something called the glycemic index. They're listed on the glycemic index, and each food impacts your insulin response differently. This is so critical to know because the higher your insulin impact levels are moving, the more your crash is going to be. And the reason is because you get a very, very high up, especially if you wake up and do a pancake, Starbucks breakfast, and just consume a lot of carbohydrates and sugar bright and early in the day, you're immediately spiking your insulin, and your body's gonna have to process all of that sugar and carbohydrates. And this is something many people don't think about, but even pasta converts into sugar. So no matter what, if you're, I'm eating pasta, it is actually sugar. Your body converts it into sugar before starting to burn it. So that's very, very important to know. Starches are basically just chains of sugar. Compared to a sugar molecule, a singular, a starch is multiple sugar molecules put into one, which entail it causes a big crash after you consume that. So if you start your day with a high sugar and carb diet, you will 100% have a start of a crash. And then if you're also a daily consumer, 3 to 5 to 6 meals a day, like many of you guys are, you're actually just literally spiking yourself every couple of hours. You're causing the up. You're going to have some energy. Your body's burning the sugar as fast as it can. It produces more insulin, and now it's tired and trying to process all the carbs that you just consumed, and it does it again and again and again. Even if you consume protein and fat, there is an insulin spike. But as you can see in the chart, the protein spike is roughly half of the carb load, and then the fat spike is roughly half of the protein. So you should be able to consume more fats and not have the giant crash. And I can fully attest to this, and I've watched it happen with hundreds of clients. When you're following our regimen and you're consistent with it, you will never ever have the afternoon crashes, even if your fasting window is a lot shorter. There's many people that do a 10-hour eating window throughout the day, and they eat at the beginning, middle, and end, which is still okay. They still have lost weight, and they're maintaining their current lifestyle and body type, which is awesome. Why is that so critical? Because a lot of people do these types of regimen with us and think that their entire life has to be revolved around that. You don't need to do that. The idea is to use this as a tool to get your weight loss started, to get your body in a correct hormonal state. Once you are in those positions, then you're able to sustain yourself and turn it into more of a relaxed time frame. And that still will not allow you to have the crashes, because now you're going to be consuming ingredients that are not insulin spiked and cause a lot more hormones to have issues. Your hormones are the most important things in your body, and many of us are not taught how to regulate or use them to our advantage. Currently, I would say 90% of the world is using hormones against them. And what I mean by that is they're consuming the items that spike their hormones incorrectly. They're causing cortisol throughout the day. We have stress, we have pressures, we have work, and those things can cause a lot of long-term health problems. And it all stems from balancing your hormones in the very, very beginning. And when you are fat adapted, the big difference about this, and we'll show the chart again, is that because the spike is so much less from insulin creation, your body is not going to have a big crash at all. And after you've become fat adapted for about a week, many people, after they've done our thing for minimum a week, they have no more crashes after they consume, even the guys that do the OMAD, and then they consume like literally 2,000, 3,000 calories in that OMAD time. they still don't get a crash after consuming all that food because it's high healthy fats, and their insulin spike is not high enough to cause the body to need to have a spike of tired to overcome all that sugar. Because it's all healthy clean fat, the body's easily melting it away like it's supposed to and turning it into energy. And I don't know if you guys know this, but a ketone molecule gives you 7 grams of energy compared to a glucose molecule, which gives you 4 grams of energy. You can look that up, verify it. We'll put the thing here. I'll show you what Google says so you know we're not crazy. It is 100% true. If you're running on ketosis and you're burning fat instead of burning carbs for energy consistently, you will actually be almost twice as energized as somebody who is consistently burning carbohydrates. Carbohydrates make you tired because your body has to produce the insulin to be able to counteract them. And our bodies were not meant to be eating 6 to 8 times a day and every meal to have a lot of carbohydrates to overshoot your insulin. You guys, you see people like Elon Musk, we see people like, and I'm just using him as an example, Joe Rogan, explain that they actually have cut out carbohydrates from a majority of their diet, and you can see the amazing things they're able to accomplish, and you can too. You just have to know how to do it correctly. So make sure you've subscribed, you followed to the channel, and watch some of our previous videos. As you guys know, our goal is simple here. Right? We want to help thousands of people shed millions of pounds and hopefully billions of pounds one day, because we know that weight is a huge epidemic in the world. And the problem is that nobody knows how to do it correctly because we're just taught to exercise and run and stress our bodies out. That's not the answer. The answer is to have a clean regimen of ingredients that you're consuming on a daily basis in a timed fashion, which is exactly what our retreats do here. Right? We do 2 things. We can do a home coaching for you if you need the help, and we will help you through the internet. And we've done this to hundreds of people online, and it is so beautiful watching the results and the offboarding. I love crying with them. It just means the world. And here's the thing. We've helped people from all different shades of the world, all different jobs, all different styles, all different cultures. So we know it can work for anybody. And if you want to be able to do it yourself, watch the previous videos, take notes, and get your weight loss journey started. You don't need to be overweight and feel like you're stuck forever, because you are not stuck. You can do it. If I can do it and all these clients can, I promise you guys you can. And I'm sorry for the delay in videos. We just finished up a retreat, which is our other service, and we only do those periodically throughout the year. We do them here in the Caribbean on one of the islands, and we get a beautiful mansion. Depending on how many people are for the run, we'll come out, we'll feed you the entire time, we'll take care of all the amenities, drive you wherever you need to go, and then you have the capability to sign up for skydiving, horseback riding, anything you need that allows you to truly enjoy the vacation while you're losing the weight, guaranteed. I really hope this information helped you guys. Let me just summarize it for you real quick. The afternoon crashes or the daily crashes you're getting are just spikes in insulin throughout the day, and your body is trying to regulate those hormones, and it cannot. The best solution and best strategy is to regulate your fasting window and limit the intake of carbohydrates and sugar anytime throughout the day as much as possible, because that is what will cause the spikes of tired and the crash. And my main point is, if any of us can do it, you can too. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And please start your weight loss journey. It is never too late to begin a life of health.